Okay, Heather, I have another question for you
Okay.
about when shoeboxes get delivered because everybody knows this is Operation Christmas Child. So they always say, hey, did the kids get them for Christmas? So if we have collection week, November 13th to 20th this year, will most of the kids have their boxes by Christmas?
No. So what happens is they have to go through the processing center, and then they have to get on the trucks to be taken to the port and get across the seas to the receiving country. So it's a process for the shoe boxes. It takes a while. So once it finally gets to the receiving country, it has to go through customs, and sometimes each country, it varies how long the boxes are held up in customs. And then after it gets through customs, a lot of these countries don't have the transportation like we have here in the United States. So it's really cool if you can go online and look at some pictures. But the boxes, these big cartons, are delivered by elephants taking them, camels, rowboats, little mopeds. I think
Any
I
way
saw
you
one of
can get there.
donkeys yet, and even people carrying these above their heads. So the process of getting these delivered aren't fast at all. So a lot of times the boxes aren't delivered until the springtime. In special circumstances, they can be airlifted to the receiving country, but again, that's not as frequent as sending them across the seas
So what
via
would be
a
an
ship.
example of one time that you know they were airlifted?
For example, in the Philippines a couple years ago, when the typhoon came through, Samaritan's Purse airlifted a lot of boxes, I believe, out of Charlotte,
I
somewhere.
think I remember the
Yeah.
plane. Yeah, they had pictures of it or something. So,
And they took those over to the Philippines.
so
That's
really, what we need to tell people is that it's a Christmas present that could be delivered
delivered
any time of
anytime.
the year.
Yes.
I did get an email back from a woman one time last year whose daughter got my shoebox on Easter. And so I thought that was kind of cool too because it
Yes.
was still on a holiday that was
Yes.
super important.
Yes.
So,
And again, no matter when you send or whenever these kids get the boxes, they're going to love everything in it. And more importantly, they'll continue to hear the good news of.
so you would tell people still put Christmassy things in them if you find it, if
Yeah.
you want. Some people say, oh,
The
well, then
kids
I
are
don't need to
gonna,
put
the kids are
Christmas
gonna
in it.
love
But
it,
yeah.
no matter what.
And then what about the scanning? Like if you've tracked your box, could you get an email anytime during the year then?
Yes. So you're probably going to receive one. So the boxes are processed. The last one will be by the mid-December. So emails can start coming then. So you might get an email in December, early January. But if you don't worry too much because it might be waiting until further on in the spring.
And people can always go online and put their email in and
Yes.
track it and see because sometimes it'll just tell you it hasn't been delivered yet,
Yes.
correct? So, okay, great. Thanks.